Speaking of the chat being with me, the chat is unfortunately forcing me to be here to continue on this stream past the 3 hour mark as we take a look at this slightly offensive video for getting sued for $5 million by Kash Patel, the Agarthian Wigger himself. Well, he's not Jewish. He's not Jewish, but
concerning news. Over the weekend, I received concerning news that I was being sued for $5 million by Kash Patel's girlfriend, Alexis Wilkins. And the reason why might actually shock you. About a couple months ago, I posted this photo on the public social media platform X. I posted it with no caption, no suggestions of any malintent or any slander, defamation, or criticisms of character. I did so attached to an X post shared by another account that I'm not connected to that talked about government agents being compromised. Now Alexis Wilkins is saying that I owe her $5 million for damages, the exact evaluation of my company, and if I cannot come up with that money, that I'm going to have to shut down my business, give up all of my digital assets and my entire voice online in order to pay her back. So why does Kash Patel's girlfriend want to silence me? Well, it comes down to the lawsuit itself. Before anyone jumps to conclusions.
So $5 million, not even for mentioning her by name, but kind of third party, I guess, saying that or alluding to the fact that she's a Mossad agent, right? So we have Christian country singer Alexis Wilkins right here. I don't know how old she was in this picture. And then we have Kashyap Pramod Vinod Patel, Hindu Indian FBI director. Alexis Wilkins was a devout 24-year-old Christian when she met Kash Patel, 42-year-old Christian as in like Christian, right? 42-year-old Hindu Muslim, and started dating him. Now he's the FBI director. She's also the press secretary for Abraham Hamada, a Syrian Muslim member of the U.S. House of Representatives from Arizona and a former member of U.S. military intelligence. She is also a country singer based out of Nashville. She works for PragerU, a Jewish organization, is tight with the Daily Wire, a Jewish organization, and has ties to TP USA, that's had some issues of late. So they have, you can go down the list of, who her father was and who these people were and some of their ties that they have to certain organizations, and you can make some inferences about Israeli intelligence connections. And I mean, I don't know about you, but when I look at somebody, like this, who's relatively pretty, that's a pretty young lady, right? Sure.
Yes.
Nothing special. Very. And, you have this one, almost double her age. It's like, I don't know. Maybe just the alarm bells are going off a little bit. Maybe just some strange coincidences here. Would. Hey, Mars saying meh. Okay. All right.
Well,
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying honeypot. Yeah. Well, he was 42. I think he's older than 42. Yeah.
Conclusions and says, well, don't say that she's a honeypot. I'd like to say, I never did. I never would. I never felt like suggesting that, never even suggested that in my own head. So why am I being sued for something I never did? To give proof of that, in section 14 of the lawsuit, it states, while the defendant may not have included any caption to spell out the meaning of his post, he didn't have to. Ever since Kash Patel was appointed as director of the FBI in February of 2025, the conspiratorial corners of the internet and social media have been spreading false narratives about Miss Wilkins as an Israeli Mossad agent, spy, or quote, honeypot, who is only in the relationship with Kash Patel to spy on and manipulate the United States government. Defendant's wordless reply, it goes on to say.
Now, I wouldn't say that her only reason for being with him is to be a honeypot spy. I think that there might be an ulterior motive to promote her own career as well. But
it's possible, but I mean, she's already a country music singer. She's already successful in her own career. I mean, just what is
Trump's
an FBI?
Listens to a lot of country music.
Yes, but what does an FBI director even make? Like, there's a power connection there, but there's not a money connection there, as far as I'm aware. I mean, again, this the physiognomy gap between these two is wild, right? So Kash Patel has fired FBI Assistant Director Stephen Palmer after Patel received extreme backlash for using taxpayer dollars to fly his girlfriend, Alexis Wilkins, performance at a wrestling event. As a result, Patel is trying to block the tracking of government jets after it was discovered that Patel used a $60 million jet to make the round trip. Numerous critics have called, are they going to sue a AF Post? Probably not. Numerous critics have called Wilkins a Mossad asset, with Patel responding that anyone attacking his girlfriend is a coward and endangering their lives. The jet scandal is the latest in a series of personal scandals that have occurred during Patel's tenure as FBI director, before and after the Epstein list, all that sort of retard stuff, many of which are related to his relationship with Wilkins, in addition to the numerous failures on the Epstein and Charlie Kirk investigations, right? So before girlfriend, the Epstein list, totally a real thing. We totally need to get it. After Mossad agent girlfriend, Epstein list doesn't exist. Don't worry about it, guys. It's a Democrat psyop. All right. I'm just noticing a pattern here. Also, very woman, very India coded to instead of taking responsibility for your own actions, when you get called out for doing something bad, you fire your assistant director. You fire somebody else for your bad actions to get the heat off of you. Brilliant. Kash Patel does not have a lazy eye. He has a hard working eye. They both just track wildly.
Yeah, one just works harder than the other one.
Yeah.
So to clarify, before we go any further, if you post a public photo of a government official and his romantic partner, who he's not married to, very important fact we'll talk about, you as a private citizen or a member of the press can be bankrupted, have your entire company shut down, or completely mocked, slandered, and dragged through lawfare because of what? Because of your First Amendment protected rights. Now, I believe that this lawsuit is not only an attack on our First Amendment and our constitutional rights given to us.
Cash Eye is so lazy, it's getting EBT payments. Dog, bro, you can't just murder him like that, man.
Oh my god.
Killed live on television, murdered straight up, dude. One eye towards Valhalla. That's right, brother. Where'd I put the image? That's right, brother. Keep those eyes on Valhalla, dude. Pure Aryan phenotype here. Oh my gosh. That's a good one. But no, so what's crazier here is there appears to be, or I shouldn't say appears, there's a possibility of a link between this girlfriend, right? What's her name? Wilkins?
Yes.
Is it Alicia Wilkins? I'm retarded. Alexis Wilkins. I forget things so fast. Between Alexa Wilkins, who is not married to Kash Patel, and to Kash Patel, using FBI resources to help fund the lawsuit or help do the investigations for the lawsuit. Logan Sucks at Shooting for 5 says, gotta head out. I'm off to the gym. Mega base. It's been far too long since I've been there last. Hope you all have a good night. Logan, I hope you have a great night. Mega base. Go to the gym. Get buff. And then you will not suck at shooting. Just kidding, Logan. Love you, man. Have a good night, dude. So Lagorda for 5. Oh, yeah, we already read that one. Focus Trip's wife for 2 says, I'm here, bichachos. Hey. You don't talk to my fans that way, Anna. I'm gonna have to beat you and lock you in the basement again. I let you out for 5 minutes and you get an attitude. Focus Group's wife for 5 says that makeup works harder than any of you do on a daily basis. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, she got crazy eyebrows. She took whatever Hop is missing from his eyebrows. She stapled that to hers. All right. She took all the excess. She's probably sneaking into his room and shaving him at night.
By God, but I believe this is also a violation of SLAPP ordinances. This seems to be a proxy lawsuit, if anything, from Kash Patel himself, and I have the evidence to prove it. We'll start here by talking about what is this lawsuit about and why is it so concerning. As I just read in the previous section, Alexis Wilkins states that I never said anything about her being a Mossad agent. So how am I being sued for saying anything about that, considering I'm being sued for things I didn't say? Yeah, you heard that right. They're suing me for the implications based upon previous posts I had made on my X account, not about Alexis, not about Kash, but about the state of Israel. I take you to section 17 of evidence. Defendant frequently posts anti-Israel rhetoric accusing Israel of controlling the United States and its politicians, in which they share a post that I said Trump doesn't want to admit that Netanyahu doesn't fear him. Israel has more control over the USA than we do over them.
I need to see her from behind it, Judge. All right. Damn. Yeah, defamation by implication, totally bogus cause of action. Well, that's the thing, too. You can totally just pay a lawyer to make up something ridiculous. I don't think that it's serious. Well, it is serious, but I don't think that they're actually going to get the 5 million. They're trying to get you to shut up, right? They're trying to get you to stop.
Unfortunately, right? Elijah can't be bullied into shutting up. This is one dude who just doubles down on shit.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Good luck trying that. As far as the connections go, right? I mean, it's kind of sus, right? You say, oh, Israel has, some connections that we don't really like, or maybe a little too much influence here or there. And they're like, how dare you? We're going to sue you into oblivion for dare insinuating that we have the power to get you to stop speaking. And to prove that we don't have power over the media and the government, we're going to use the full force of it to stop you. It's like, it's not helping. It's not helping your cause there, sir.